Hi, this is Roger Wagner, and this demo is of HyperStudio running on a MacBook Pro. And what I've done here is done something a little bit special for this demo. I have an iPad running as a second monitor using an app called Duet. And the advantage of Duet is that it uses the charging cable to connect directly to the Macintosh, so there's no screen lag, and it's super easy to use. You plug it in and the Mac thinks it's another monitor. So what I have set up here is the project called Angel Island. That's in the home stack of the HyperStudio examples. What I've done is move the HyperStudio stack to this window so as to free up the window on the Mac for Google Earth. And in the middle we have an interactive project, a map of Angel Island. And so let's take a quick tour and see how all this can work together. We'll touch the screen here. So the neat thing is the iPad having a touch screen gives us a kiosk-like operation, and touching the screen is just like touching the mouse. So for example, if I touch here on one of the pictures.
Hi there. We're on Angel Island, walking the beautiful trails that they have here. It's a wonderful spring day. They have trams, there are Segway tours, there's bicycle riding. It's a great place to spend the afternoon. We're on our way up to the top of Mount Livermore. We're going to take some pictures up there and then off to the Immigration Center.
All right, so let's just see how Google Earth can track some of our explorations here. So we'll touch the screen to return to the center, and it mentioned Mount Livermore, so let's touch that. The light on the model comes up for Mount Livermore. There's a QuickTime VR movie here with a 360-degree pan, I think. Maybe it's 180, but it's a lot. And there's a light here, and Google Earth is already centered on the top of the mountain, so let's close that and see what else we can find. It mentioned the Immigration Center, so let's touch that. And that lights up the Immigration Center. And if I touch the Google Earth icon there, you can see that Google Earth is flying to the Immigration Center. And with the other, if I touch the pictures and page through, for example, I can touch the icon of the globe for more information. And it opens up a web page with information about the Immigration Center. This just came up here. And come back. Now it also works that if I touch the map, so for instance if I touch this for Camp Reynolds, you can see that it's flying Google Earth to, let's just do that again, Camp Reynolds, there we go. So now it's going to fly to actually the parade grounds of Camp Reynolds, and it also lights up the map for Camp Reynolds. Now I'll keep this in the wide view. Well, for instance, we'll go to Ayala Cove. And it's going to fly around. This is where the ferry comes in. And we've got some pictures here, in fact, of the ferry coming into dock. And some pictures of the picnic area. Touch there to close that. And Google Earth comes back to the view at the top. This is kind of a home spot. HyperStudio can do some pretty neat things. There's a suitcase here that has pictures inside. And so I could take out these pictures and read something about the interview process here. This was an immigration center. The Chinese were actually the first to be officially limited in their immigration. And so if I touch, for example, if I want more information about one of these photos, so that worked. We've got a web page about poetry. Let's just try some of the other ones. And you can see as I touch different parts on the model, take a second to load, but there we are. There's something more about Angel Island. And what I'm doing is just taking photos out of the box, out of the suitcase. And we can close the suitcase and go back to the middle. And I think we've seen, oh, Fort McDowell. Let's go take a look at that. Lights up there. Again, Google Earth flies the location. So this is a good example of just how incredible HyperStudio is as far as its ability to link pretty much any multimedia kind of thing you can think of, applications, the HyperDuino, which is Arduino connected to a board called the HyperDuino. HyperStudio can interact with that, and so we can produce student-made digital content with student-made physical projects, and even link it to Google Earth to show where everything's happening. So that's pretty cool. You can find out more about the HyperDuino in general at hyperduino.com.